Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to my page. Look with me, where Espiritual. Today I want to talk about Bada OD 67. That was another Odu that somebody asked him for me to speak on. Guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been very busy, doing stuff, but I'm trying to get to each Odu that is being asked of me to talk. Like always, these Odus, I always like to start them out with the Orishas that speak in it, and that have influences in it, because if this Odu comes up for you, or you have this Odu, these are Orishas that if you're going through a certain problem, you can work with them because they speak in this Odu. And the Orishas are Elegua, Chango, Yemaya, and Obatala. So this is where you say Maferefum to these Orishas, because they speak and they come to defend you, they come to help you in this Odu. One of the references I want to speak about is one of maybe the ones that everybody knows, everybody speaks of, and it's the one that says the dog has four legs and walks in one direction. The other one is you cannot be in different places at the same time. Start what you finish. Do not be jumping from project to project, because you're going to end up failing. You do not have the I want to say the capacity, because no, we all are capable of doing anything, but you have to be able to concentrate on one thing. Start it, finish it, and then move on. Which brings you to the Odu, the other reference, that the dog has four legs and walks in one direction. The dog, yes, has four legs, but still chooses to go one path, chooses to go in that one path. It doesn't split itself in four ways, because then you're not going to get nowhere, which that then helps to understand the other one. You cannot be in different places at the same time. Do not promise things that you know you're not going to be able to do. Do not say, I'm going to be able to go here, knowing damn well you don't have the resources, knowing damn well you don't have the money, you don't have the time or for work to go somewhere. Do not promise something to somebody that I'm going to be there to help you move, knowing that you can't do it because you got a bad back. Do not promise the person saying, I'm going to be there, I'm going to cook dinner for you, knowing damn well you don't got no food in your refrigerator. This is what we're trying to say. Do not promise things to people, because your credibility goes to the garbage and this Odu, because you keep promising things and you never see things through. So you have to not be doing that. You have to be careful of what you promise. If you know you have the time, you have the finances, you have the ability to do things, then you say, yes, I'm going to be there. Yes, I'm going to do this. Yes, whatever. And if you feel bad, because you may feel like, some people feel bad saying no, then be like, oh, let's see what God has for us in store. Que Dios quiera. Or, put it out there, because the thing is with people, a lot of us do not have this thing of saying no to people easily, and we feel bad, and then we feel guilty and all this other crap. So this is why sometimes this Odu comes to remind us that don't be doing that, because all you're going to do is put your foot in your mouth and you're going to end up messing up more. If you do not have the money to receive an Orisha, if you do not have the money to do an event, if you do not have money to go on a trip, if you understand what I'm saying? If you do not have the money, do not incur debt. This Odu is letting you know, do not incur debt to do something or to get something done. If you can't get it done, save and then do it, because it's going to be hard for you to get out of this debt, and you're going to just get yourself more stressed out. You're going to have more problems, and it's going to be worse from there. Another saying that goes, a secret between two people stays a secret. A secret amongst three now is considered gossip. What is the Orisha telling you with this? They're basically saying that you cannot be telling everybody anything, because people don't know how to hold water. So if you have some plan, or you have a secret, or you need somebody to speak to, speak to your Orishas. They listen, guys. They listen, and it's the best thing, because they're not going to talk and they're not going to say nothing. They're just going to sit there and listen to you. So that is another thing that's beautiful about that. Also, what's born in this Odu is where Yemaya and Chango eat for the first time. Okay, Yemaya was going through a very hard time, very struggling, and she couldn't even feed herself, clothe herself, and put shelter. Chango got wind of this, came to her and said, you're not going to suffer no more, because when I eat, you eat. Where I live, you live. So this is where now it becomes when Yemaya eats, Chango eats, and when Chango eats, Yemaya eats. This is where that Odu was born. What's also born in this Odu is that the stones, the Otas, go in the Orishas, represent the Orishas. This is where that Odu also brings to light how it became, or how is it, or why is it. It's in that Odu. The tongue is born, but what I mean by the tongue is born for people to sell products. You are a merchant, you are a commerce, you have a business. This is where that Odu is born, where it says that you have to You have nothing. You don't have to. You have the ability to sell things. You're a businessman. If you have this Odu, you can sell. Man, listen, you can sell sand in the beach. That's how good you are. But you have to learn how to work the Odu. You know how to work a bowl. Also, what you need to know is in this Odu is where the meat hook. And I don't know if you've seen it in the butcher markets. It's something that looks like an S and it has like a spike at the end of it. That is very important. Some elders say you give it to your head Orisha. Other elders say you give it to the Orisha that gave you the Odu. That is something that you need to do because that Orisha is saying, I need that to be able to hold on to things, to grab things, to stop things from affecting you. So they're used for this. Yemaya also says in this Odu, because I was struggling, I will not let you struggle. If you have a problem, if you're going through some troubles, if you're going through anything in life, come to me, talk to me, because I am going to be able to help you resolve the issues. Something real quick about this Odu that has a little story to it. I'm going to say real quick with the time allowed. There was a dog. This dog used to have a small bucket. This small bucket carried a bone that he found that he always enjoyed, a toy, and some other little trinkets. It was a small bucket, nothing luxurious, nothing shiny, but it served its purpose. This dog one day is walking by the riverbank with this little bucket, happens to look over to the edge of the river on the bottom of the cliff where he was at, and sees what to appear that is a bigger, shinier bucket. And he sees that gold, and he sees like this big, huge bone, and he's like, wow, that thing down there looks way better than what I have. So he decides to take his small bucket, leave it there on the floor because he couldn't go down that little hill with the bucket because he will fall and probably hurt himself. So he left the bucket there. He makes his way down to the bottom of the river of the edge. When he gets to that bucket, he realizes he starts to dig out because it's dug in with the dirt and the sand that the bucket was broken. That what he thought was a bigger bone wasn't. It was cracked in half, but because the sand covered it, you couldn't tell. And what he thought was gold was actually some foil. So he said, oh, well, let me leave it there. It's garbage. He makes himself way back. He makes his way self back up to the edge of the river where he left that small bucket. And when he got up there, he realized that the bucket was gone. Somebody either stole it, took it, threw it out, whatever. The point of the story is they're saying the dog has 4 options, okay? But he chose to go one. He chose to leave his bucket there and go for something that he thought was better. So what does Orisha tell you? Understand that you always going to have options in your life. You're always going to be able to decide what right path is to take. But it's coming upon you. It's up to you to decide to make those good decisions. But here's the thing. This is why, thank God, Modupe, we have Orisha. If you're going through a situation or you have an opportunity or you have an option of something and you're not sure, you can always consult with the Lagoon. You can go to Ifa. And if you have those things are not available, you always have Obi. You have your Orisha. You can throw Obi and ask them to help you make the decisions that you do, to make the proper decisions based on logic and not emotion. So that is a little bit on 6-7. Again, if you have any questions, any issues, any problems, you can always drop a message and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can. And don't forget to like and share this content. And from Nukumiwe and Espiritual, God bless. Have a beautiful day and thank you.